Well, the girls will be endeavouring to move forward as they have done since this whole thing blew up in 2019. They have jobs, they have patronages of charitable organisations, and they keep their head down and they carry on doing those. It is very difficult for them when your parents have come to this, and there's not a lot they can do except give loving child support to them. What is quite interesting from the King's statement that made very clear that both he and the Queen sympathised with the various ladies that were abused under the Epstein regime, made very clear that things like this shouldn't happen. And I think that was key to him making that momentous decision. And it was a momentous decision as far as he was concerned. He was left with a bit of a ticking time bomb by his mother. His mother would never have gone that far. She went as far as she would go by taking away all the patronages, taking away all the military titles, and everything else. But I don't think she would have gone this far. And probably it's best that she didn't and left it to Charles, who, I'm not saying he's ruthless, but in this instance he was ruthless because what was going on couldn't continue. It's a monumental piece of action from the King, not taken lightly, but taken through necessity, because this whole sorry saga couldn't go on and on and on as it has been doing. The royal family has survived crises over the years. It's thousands of years of history, and it's managed to survive crises. We're living in a different age now. We're living in an age of communication where you make a statement 1 minute and it's gone around the world the next, even less, in a nanosecond. The royal family will survive this. They are seen for what they are, as a unifying influence in the United Kingdom, unifying communities, unifying races, unifying religion. They do an incredible good job when it comes to promoting UK PLC, and they are not political, which is important in a head of state. If you had a head of state who is political, their allegiance is to one party or the other. The royals are not political, and that is why they offer soft diplomacy like nobody else can. And wherever they go in the world, they are accepted, and trailing on behind them inevitably are a group of British businessmen sent out by the government to do business with the country that's being visited by a member of the royal family. And invariably it is a success because business is conducted. So they will continue. The whole business of Andrew, from their point of view, is not done and dusted, because it is still there and things will still undoubtedly come out. But they will continue pursuing the roles that they do and doing it with a vengeance. Buckingham Palace will be heaving a sigh of relief because they made a decision that they had probably come to some time ago, but until all the T's were crossed and the I's were dotted, they couldn't do anything about it, and that was all done. They will be heaving a sigh of relief that they have hopefully nipped this whole sorry business in the bud. But as we all know, communications today, more is undoubtedly to come out. Will it affect the royal family as a working group? No, it won't. Will it affect the individual who perpetuated it all, Mr. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor? It might do, but tucked away in the countryside, he might well be advised to keep his head down and not say anything and just live the life of a country gentleman with basically nothing to do. He's been stripped of every privilege. How would I advise Buckingham Palace to react to all it? Well, they've done their job. They get on with their job.